Hello everyone, welcome to the Darkest Wings Tarot. Today we're going to be looking into what is this situation trying to show you, what is this situation trying to teach you. I'm going to be honest, it is so late at night and I just couldn't sleep until I talked with Spirit, and that's where this reading is coming from. I'm trying out a new lighting situation, so let me know if you like it. I know it's a little dark, but I just wanted this reading to feel comfortable and for this reading to feel just like a casual conversation with Spirit that also is deeply illuminating. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like there's been a lot of things happening in my life. There have been a lot of things happening in my life that I'm really struggling to make sense of. And I wonder if you guys are going through the same. So that's what inspired this reading. And I'm really excited to dive into these cards today. We have 3 piles to choose from. I'm going to go ahead and break down the piles. Just as with every reading, if you hear something that makes you feel uneasy, that makes you feel uncomfortable, please disregard that message and move on to a different reading. Move on to a new message, or keep listening and see if the angle with which that message is coming from may be changed. Just really listen to yourselves. But this is pile 1. And we have Sage. This is Dragon's Blood Sage. So cool. Wow. On pile 2, we have a Meteor. Don't remember what this rock is called. Wow. I'm already getting messages from this crystal that are very interesting, very out there. And on pile 3, we have Clear Quartz. This has been one of my favorite crystals for so long. Wow. All right, take all the time that you need to choose your piles. Whoa, it took a while to settle. Pause the reading if you need to, and I will see you in your pile or piles. Hello, pile 1, welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and look at your tarot cards, and then we'll get into the oracle cards. As usual, I love doing that, because sometimes the tarot cards match up with what the oracle cards say, and it's kind of trippy to get the oracle cards at the end. But we are gonna look at these cards first. I am really excited to dive into this reading. Alright, so we have the Page of Swords upright. We have the 7 of Wands upright. We have the 2 of Swords in reverse. And we have the 8 of Cups upright. So, right away, this situation is trying to get you to make a decision. Did I say this decision? This situation is trying to get you to make a decision. And this situation, I think, is really supposed to get you thinking, get you moving, and actually force you into action. I feel like the situation is forcing you to go beyond your mind. Let me adjust my chair. This situation is trying to get you to think beyond the limits that you currently have. And I think that a lot of you will know what I mean by that, but it's like you can't see just how far you're meant to go, just how limitless your potential is. And so this situation is quite literally forcing you to have to fight in a way that makes you walk away. Okay, so this is giving me like your circumstances could become dire, could become very hard to deal with, or maybe you're currently going through that and it's like, why is this situation so hard? But at the same time, if it wasn't this hard, you wouldn't be thinking of ways out. Because this card, the Eight of Cups, whenever I see the Eight of Cups, this card is about movement. And it's about movement forward. This is not a card about going backwards. This is a card about moving on. Whether that means walking away, whether that means starting a journey, whether that means going deeper within yourself, this is a journey of some kind. But the thing about the Eight of Cups is, it's a journey that you take towards something better, towards something that is exciting and unknown, calming, expansive. You know, this person is not walking away from something that fulfills them. They're walking away to find something more. They're walking away from the past. They're walking away from something that doesn't fulfill them in the way that they know that they could be fulfilled. And I think that part of you maybe hasn't believed in the ability to get all that you want easily. And so it's making the situations that aren't easy, that don't feel natural, that don't feel expansive and beautiful. They're making those situations harder and harder to navigate, to the point where you make a decision to walk away towards something better. I hope that makes sense. It's almost like I'm just getting this example of like knowing, being in a place, and it's okay, but it's not what you truly want, and you know that, and you're kind of just brainstorming things like, I wonder what I could do to get out of this situation. I wonder. And then all of a sudden, the universe, your spirit guides, your destiny steps in, and the situation that just felt a little bit like, I wonder how I can get out of it, all of a sudden feels like, wow, I need to get moving now. Like, this is way too hard. I'm fighting for my life here. I have to get out of this situation. So there's some situation in your life that feels hard to navigate, hard to manage, because in the Seven of Wands, this man is actually running away from people who are out to get him. And I don't necessarily think that people are out to get you. Sorry, I didn't mean to shake that. But there's like a misalignment that could feel like an attack. Does that make sense? It's like when you're in a situation or an environment that is just not meant for you, to the point where it really starts hurting, it almost feels like an attack, even though people aren't trying to hurt you or the situation isn't immediately harmful. It can feel like an attack. And I want to keep this really open-ended because I want you to fill in the blanks and feel in your heart where you're feeling that way. Because if you chose this pile, there is something that is making you feel like, oh, this doesn't really feel like what I want. Because with the Two of Swords, this is about a decision, and in reverse, this is about indecisiveness ending. And why do we make a decision? We make decisions based on what we want. And that's how I know that this pile has a lot to do with making situations that kind of feel like, I'm looking for a way to get out of this. I'm getting the example of, like, say you live in a house and it's not your favorite place to live at all. you know, but it's okay. You're just sort of like, well, I gotta think of ways to get out of this house. I gotta find ways to move on, to move to a different place. And then all of a sudden, like, your house starts breaking. It starts falling apart. All of a sudden, the walls are cracking. All of a sudden, pipes are leaking. And it's like all this work. It's like it forces you to make that decision at the right time so you can walk away. Because in this place, in the Page of Swords, we're kind of wondering, we're thinking, we're curious. But this card is about being frantic, figuring something out, feeling rushed, feeling chaotic, feeling like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. Excuse my language. And the only reason why things would get frantic like that out of nowhere is if it's the right time for you to move on, and the universe can't wait for you to think things over. The universe can't wait for you to try and come up with this perfect plan, this perfect idea. It's like, no, you need to get moving now because there's more out there for you, and it's time to go on this journey. So that's what I'm getting right away. So we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, something is draining. Something is not sparking your creativity. We have I think this is the Page of Swords in reverse. Oh my gosh, so we have the Page of Swords in reverse, and then we have the Page of Swords upright. I love when tarot does that. And then we have I can't tell if I think this might be the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords. Let's see if these are the same. Yes, this is the Queen. All right. This is really powerful. This is exactly what we were getting earlier, what I was getting earlier, about how there's a limited view. You're not seeing the whole picture, and it's because something is actually stifling you to the point where it's so draining that it actually limits your mindset. Okay, so think of, like, again with the house example. I think this is a great example, and this could go for work, a relationship, a mindset that you have, a habit that you have. But it's like when your house is leaking and falling apart, or like if you don't like the house that you're in, it kind of dampens your mindset about getting better. It's almost like, well, what could I find that's better than this? Maybe this is all there is, or like things aren't working out for me. What if they don't? And Spirit is saying, like, enough is enough. This situation is teaching you that you don't need to try and wrap your head around situations that are draining to you. You don't need to try and rationalize situations that don't feel right, that don't sit right within you. You don't need to try and make yourself fit into a situation that actively cannot contain you. Okay, I think that some of you may feel too big for a situation. I feel like some of you are feeling stifled creativity. Oh my gosh, it's so late at night I can't speak. Creatively. See, this is like, you can't even think sometimes in this situation because it just makes no sense to you. Or it just seems so like, why is this not working? Why do I have to fight so hard? Why is this taking so much out of me? Right? The Queen of Cups is drained. It's like, why is this taking so much out of me? Why is this so hard? You know the truth. You are an extremely intelligent person. Extremely intelligent. This sounds strange, but it's almost like if you don't understand why something isn't working, that is your big brain energy. It's almost like that is the point. That is the point. You are seeing clearly that, this isn't really working for me. This isn't what I want. This doesn't give me the freedom that I need. I think that some of you may want to be your own boss, maybe. You want to take command of your own life, of your own destiny. And I want to say that there's a huge shift coming into your life. Look at this shadow in the background. I'm getting a few messages from just this shadow in the back of this card. I think that you could feel like your life is being dictated too much by others. Maybe there is an overbearing presence in this situation that doesn't feel like it's working. Maybe it feels like other people's energy has been impacting your decision-making skills. But I want you to know that that's ending, because we have the white raven. And white ravens are an omen of the world ending. And for you, this is cleansing destruction. This is cleansing release. This is something ending to make way for your power. And so I want you to know that things are going to be changing. What I'm getting from this shadow behind you, it could also be spirit, your spirit guides, your ancestors, and they know that you are meant for more. And remember how I said earlier, it's like things are getting so chaotic, things are getting so hard, because you're meant to make a decision to leave. Because it's the right time. And that's because spirit is almost making things more chaotic to push you in this direction that is ultimately going to change your world, change others, and change the world that we all live in. You have a very big destiny that is very magical, that is aligned, that feels exciting, that feels peaceful, and also illuminating, creative, bright, full, like the moon. I'm just getting huge moon energy, like being beneath a full moon and feeling that light cast on you. Even though you're in the dark, it's like so healing, mysterious, empowering. And we have queens here. And this is telling me like there is a deeply soft, feminine, beautiful energy within you that I feel like you're not getting to fully express in certain environments, and that's why it feels so hard. For a lot of you, I'm getting that this is a work situation. For a lot of you, I feel like you're trying to rationalize a job, trying to make it work, like, oh, but this job should be good for me. It should be good. What better could I find than this? But you know deep inside your soul what you want, because remember, this is a decision, and we make decisions based on what we want and what is good for all people. It's not good for the world. It's not good for others if you aren't being your full self. I want to say that don't be afraid right now, because this shadow is telling me that spirit is behind you, and this white raven is telling me that you are wielding your power. No one can take it. It is in your hands ultimately. You are in control, and I think that you on a deeper level know what you want to go towards. And that's what this situation is showing you. It's trying to show you what direction to go in. This chaos inside your life, inside your soul, is actually leading you to a huge breakthrough where you make a decision about where you want to go, who you want to be, what you want to experience in your life. Let's go ahead and look at your oracle cards. So we have beneath the surface. Yes, see, this might not be a work situation. This might be within yourself, within your soul. Your soul wants more. What's really driving you, true motives, breaking free. Like, yes. What do you really want? And we have Isle of Avalon, healing, returning to wholeness and transformation. Didn't I say your life is going to change? There are huge changes coming towards you. also said, like, you're moving towards a really healing, beautiful, soft energy that embodies a lot of your feminine qualities. I'm really sorry that this message is coming through. Do not pay attention to people who are, like, sending you bad energy. These people have no impact on you. Like, it may feel really chaotic, but they may be a part of a situation that you need to actively get away from. And that's why it's like, why am I having conflict with others all of a sudden? At work, I was having such a good time. It's like, it's because there's another job for you, if that makes sense. Or it's like, why all of a sudden are these like really difficult things happening with these people in a situation that, you know, used to be fine? I was kind of like, hey, this is interesting. It's because there's better for you. And it is out there. And I think that for some of you, it's hard to believe that. But the situation is pushing you to not believe before you act. Does that make sense? It's almost like you have no time to like really think about things because you have to get through this situation. And I don't think that it might not necessarily be a walk away cold turkey thing. But it's like, you're going to be forced to take more actions that lead to your liberation because it's what you truly want inside. You truly want to be free. What are your true motives? It's like you won't be able to ignore the stirring in your soul to move towards peace, to move towards healing, to move towards what feels like your true whole self. Oh my gosh, this is moving from stifledness to being your whole true self. So we have ancient memory in reverse. So this is something that you know. This is something that you've always known. I think that there are qualities about yourself that maybe you've forgotten. Maybe there are qualities about yourself that you gave up on because the world was too harsh, because you were trying to make yourself fit. And all of a sudden, this situation, whatever it is forcing you to make a decision, to choose yourself, to choose what you know in your soul is true, what truly motivates you, what truly makes you feel whole, complete, and aligned. And we have enchantment, rhodiola. Wow, and this is card 37. So this card was 3, and this is the card of the Empress. This is beautiful, feminine, creative, abundant energy, and now we have enchantment. Your life is going to take a really beautiful turn. And it's not happening out of luck, it's happening because you're really working towards this. Because even if spirit pushes for chaos, or if life shows you chaos to mirror to you that it's time for you to make a decision to move into what you truly want, you still do the work to get to that point. You've done the work to get to this point because you're ready. It's divine timing to start, I'm hearing, chipping away at this beautiful life that is going to be built for you. So now we have some more oracle cards. These are angel cards, angel number cards. And I just wanted to see, because I was curious, like what cards would come up in reverse, because they do have words on them. I feel like with this card, social skills, like, I don't know, I just feel like those situations earlier about like maybe difficult people may really resonate with you. But let's go ahead and read these cards. So we have 1616 readjustments, overcoming obstacles, soulmates, resilience. Well, resilience wasn't even a word on here. I just like, wow. Overcoming obstacles, soulmates, romance, affection, support, and comfort. And this was in reverse. It's almost like maybe where you're at, where you're supposed to leave. It feels like there's no soulmates. It feels like there's no comfort. It feels like there's a lack of love there. And the energy you want to move into is so abundantly loving. Let's go ahead and read this. Your level of self-control is sufficient to make things right. On the horizon is the possibility of beginning a new romantic or platonic friendship, as well as a chance to begin life anew. Everything is falling into place. So it's said that you might take a chance to begin a life anew with a person from the past. Do you remember how I said there are things that you are remembering about yourself or qualities you've always had, and it's like you lost? It's like you're getting that back. You're getting your life back. You might feel like your old self a lot, and in the best way, not the bad parts, not the things that you've healed and grown out of, but like the parts of you that you thought the world dimmed, the parts of you that you thought died when you went through such hard challenges. This is like, wow, this is so beautiful. And you're meant to be around people and places that make you feel supported, loved. You are meant to feel like you're truly making a difference in the world, because what I said earlier, it's like you are meant to bring something beautiful into this world and make really beautiful changes to this world. So now we have social skills. That's so funny that it came in reverse. But we have hope, optimism, liberation, success, prosperity, excitement, enthusiasm. Yeah, maybe this old thing, since it came out in reverse, this thing that you're getting away from, like, it curbed your enthusiasm. It made you feel less optimistic. And it's like things are going to get chaotic. Things are feeling more chaotic because you have to leave. And if not right away, you have to make steps. This journey towards stepping into this huge change and magical new chapter. I really feel like you're going to be getting like everything that you want. And I feel like that's hard to believe because of what people have told you, what you've been through, but life is going to force you to step into your beautiful life, into your dreams. That is very beautiful. You must be very, very loved. So this says, the problems you have today will eventually disappear. Oh my gosh, your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life, since your luck may be about to change. It is time to put to use your captivating energy and inspirational personality. Don't let your ego get the best of you. You don't have to force a situation. Wow. It is time to put to use your captivating energy and inspirational personality. Wow, you have so much to offer, Pile 1. Those are my messages for you today. I hope that this message was illuminating, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here. This is the crystal that you chose. And this crystal, this meteor, this rock, why do I want to say the word specimen? Let's just forget that I wanted to say that. Is actually meant to connect you to the astral plane, to astral realms, and also like space intelligence, like galactical intelligence, other galaxies, other humanities on different planets and different solar systems, like aliens. Okay, and when I was showing this crystal off, I kept seeing an alien skull. And this is gonna be very interesting, but I feel like some of your ancestors or like alien guides, if you believe in that, if you believe in like Pleiadian people or star seeds, but I'm literally getting like alien ancestry. I'm not sure why, but some of their remains may be on Earth. And so you may feel very connected to the earth, to the ground, because a lot of your ancestral universal wisdom is buried in the ground. It's very connected to the earth. So if you don't believe in aliens, think of it as universal intelligence that has been passed down from generation to generation is in the ground. Like it has been reunited with the earth. And so you may feel very connected to the earth because it actually holds the wisdom that your ancestry has learned. Wow. I actually just went into a trance when I was saying all of those things. I want to say that your ancestors have seen a lot. I think that you feel connected to the earth because the earth has witnessed the same suffering that your bloodline has, that your ancestors have. And the earth has cradled them through it. The earth has cradled the suffering, the bloodshed. The earth has literally been like a comfort blanket, like a crib that has held really difficult circumstances that have happened in the world and in your ancestry. And I feel like you feel that connection to the earth. I feel like when you are in nature, you actually feel how beautiful it is, but also how much it has seen, withstood, and continues to bloom through and die through and the cycles through. That is very powerful. Let's go ahead and get into your tarot cards. I was not expecting to go into a full-on meditative trance from this stone, but it doesn't surprise me because if you don't believe in like aliens, star seeds, that kind of stuff, indigos, this is talking about universal consciousness. This is talking about consciousness that has literally existed and is the laws of the universe, the solar system, the same properties that created the earth. That is universal wisdom that I'm referring to. That is kind of like that galactic wisdom that I'm referring to in galactic life. Is like, it could literally be wisdom as an entity. Okay, so interesting. Let's go ahead and dive into your cards. I don't even know which ones to do first. Let's do these ones first because I did that for the other pile. So, wow. The energy is pretty intense for this pile. I have a feeling that your ancestors, your spirit guides, your guiding energies have been trying to get in touch with you. They have a lot of messages for you. They are really trying to contact you in any way that they know you will listen to. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, I can't believe only 4 minutes went by. That felt like 20 minutes of channeling. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, wow. We have the Ten of Cups in reverse. Oh my goodness. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Then we have the Three of Wands upright. Okay, this pile 2, this is my pile of people who do not feel like Earth is their home. This is my pile of people who literally feel like they are not from Earth sometimes. This place feels completely foreign to them. This is my pile of people who feel like they cannot recognize the world sometimes. They don't understand this pain, this disheartening atmosphere. This is the pile of people who do not understand war, who do not understand violence. But I don't get that you're a pacifist either. This is kind of what's interesting. Because didn't I say it's like the world is a cradle for this pain. The world is literally a cradle for this devastation. And I feel like you are too. I think that you have had to carry a lot. You've had to hold a lot. This is my pile of people who woke up in a life that they did not ask for. This is my pile of people who does not understand these really hard situations. And that's why you're coming to this reading, I think, because it's, what is this situation trying to teach you? Well, this situation, I can tell you right now, it feels painful. It feels senseless. It's like, why is this happening in a situation where it's not deserved, where it's unprovoked? Okay. I think that there are very dark things. I mean, this pile had to be a black stone, and I can't ignore that. Like, there is a darkness that is very apparent to you in whatever you're going through right now. Wow. I cannot ignore that these cards that feel like rejection, and not from others towards you, maybe in your early life, but this feels like a rejection that you have towards certain things in this world right now. This feels like literally like this is not it. Whatever situation this is that you're asking about, it feels senseless. It feels like it does not make sense to you. You reject it on a fundamental level. Like, this is the Page of Pentacles, this is the Ace of Pentacles. Look how there's just one, it's just one in these two images. It makes me think of the world, and it's upside down. And the Ten of Cups are upside down. It's like, this is not my world. This does not feel like home. But I can't ignore that these three cards that have those feelings of like, what is this? They are two of the most optimistic and powerful cards in tarot on the either sides of them. This is the Wheel of Fortune. And for you, I mean, when I saw this card, the first thing I heard in my head was powerful changes. Huge, powerful changes. And I think that these are changes happening within yourself. These are changes happening within your capacity, your empathy. And I want to say your optimism. I know that is crazy. I know that's wild to hear right now. Like, why would this situation that is so dark be teaching me optimism? It may feel like kind of a sick joke, just in the same way that this earth is so beautiful, and yet people are, I mean, I'm taken away, grisly, like violently, without reason. You know, this is supposed to be a home. This is supposed to be a place where we can all be together. And yet you're being shown these situations where it feels like that vision is disjointed. There are huge, powerful changes that are coming into your life. And I want you to know it's because of who you are as a person. You have made some really profound impacts on people. I think that you haven't been alone through this struggle. And I feel like the way you have encouraged people and been a pillar of strength for others during this time is bringing in some really beautiful karma for you. And I know that you are probably the type of person where you care so much about others that your own personal gain from being a pillar of strength and optimism doesn't feel as good as it feels genuinely being loved and feeling love. There are huge changes that are coming into this world. There are huge changes that are coming into society. The way we think, the way we study, the way we relate to knowledge, the way we relate to animals, schooling. I don't know why I'm getting this. Also, just like seasons and change. there's a lot of shifts happening. That's what this situation is. I mean, that's just what you need to know, is that there's a lot of really positive, beautiful shifts that are coming into your life. What is this situation showing you? Let's look at some clarifiers. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. We have the Seven of Pentacles upright. And we have the King of Swords upright. Yeah, I wasn't wrong when I said that there is a very powerful energy to you. This time, this situation, whatever it is, I know that I got really general, like actually in the world as a whole. This is starting to narrow down a little bit. And that's why we get clarifiers, to narrow down this message. This is what the cards are saying. There were some things within you that needed to be solidified. There were things within you that were maybe wishy-washy. Maybe you didn't know how you felt about certain topics, how you felt about even certain people, certain groups, certain circumstances, life events. This time of darkness, that's what this is. This is darkness. Feeling rejection towards whatever is happening. It's actually showing you who you are, what you are immovable about. Because this card in reverse, this is the Knight of Wands. This card is kind of like fuckboy energy. This card is like being in and out of someone's life. This is an energy about running forward until you break. This is like burnout energy. This is like burning out, starting again, burning out. But what I'm really getting for you, and you may relate to the burnout, is like this is about going back and forth about certain things. Certain aspects of your life, certain beliefs that you have. I can't really fill in the blanks, like this is a general reading, but something you were going back and forth about, you are serious about it now. You are immovable. You are dead set on it. You've made your decision. You are going to tend to some sort of garden. I don't know if that's a garden within yourself, a garden within what matters to you, a garden within your community, the people that you love. You fill in the blanks. But you are tending to what you care about. You will not leave things unattended. You will not be back and forth anymore about certain things. There are non-negotiables in your life, and this feels very moral. This feels like worldviews. This feels like the way you interact with the world and yourself. This is a total aspect. This is all encompassing. Like, this has completely changed the way that you show up, and you are immovable now in certain places. Other things that you weren't sure about, this is your power. It is grown. It is showing. In this situation, it has pushed you into new ways of thinking, into new ways of viewing the world. There are things you can no longer ignore. And now you are going to show up in your life more powerful than ever. I don't know than ever, but more powerful. Like, you are fully embodying your power in a way that you have not before. That is what this situation is showing you. It's literally showing your power and your authority in unspeakable circumstances. In circumstances that we were never meant to navigate, and yet we do. You are like the earth, didn't I say? It's like you are not blind to the suffering. You are like a cradle for it. In a way. I don't know how to describe that. But you're not a doormat. This energy is not soft. This energy is way stronger than a cradle. Maybe we got that earlier about the earth, but this is a masculine energy stepping through. And this masculine energy is not a fighter. It's a protector. It is a pillar, like I said. It is an immovable force. This is power. It's all yours because of who you are. I mean, I don't know what else to say. That's what this situation is showing you. Let's go ahead and look at these cards. I've never seen this one before. gentle force, consistency, patience, persistence, the long game. Didn't I say you are immovable? But here's where this kind of differs. The gentle force, I think it's showing that you are protective, that you have a beautiful heart, a beautiful soul, that you genuinely care. And I think that you show up into the world now more caring than ever, with more reverence for the world around you, for the people around you, for what is going on. Wow. Wow, so there's only one of these oracle cards. So this is a really important message. It's saying consistency, patience, the long game. It's like, didn't I say you're immovable now? You are tending to your garden. You are watering your garden. You are watering what matters to you. And that is the long game, right? We don't water plants to see them grown and healthy the next day. We water them to see them eventually come to fruition, to keep growing stronger and bear more and more fruit. Like, this is strength for, wow, I'm speechless. And we have love, rose, and reverse. I don't think that you will show up into this world without making people feel love. Didn't I say earlier, it's like the rewards don't feel nearly as good as everyone just knowing and feeling that they are loved. Look at the blood coming from these flowers. Didn't I say the earth, it blooms through this blood? And look, we have the interracial locking of hands. It's like we're all meant to be in this together. This is supposed to be a home for all of us, remember? You are a very beautiful person. Huge changes are coming. And not just in your world, but in the world. And it is because you won't accept a world that does not include love. Your relationships are really deepening. I want to say that. Your relationships with others are going to really, really deepen. And I think that's because you see life clearer than ever. You see yourself clearer than ever, what you believe clearer than ever. And that is going to really rub off on people. Like, people are going to meet you and know this is somebody who cares very deeply. I kind of want to move this card into the light just so we can really, this card just wants to be natural. It's like, it's not forced. You're not forcing love. It's just who you are. It's what you're embodying. I think I said that earlier. Let's look at your angel numbers. Oh my. We have all 9s, pile 2. Huge changes. Didn't I say there are huge changes on the horizon for you? There's a lot within you that, wow, wow. 9s are all about endings. They are about closing a cycle. But the number 9 is also a very humanitarian number. This is a number of humanity. People who are life path 9 really care about others and social issues. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and read these. We have 0909. So when you see 9s, wow. Just think about these messages. We have new beginnings, great chance, opportunity, courage, accomplishment, endings, conclusions, big love. Your relationships are really, really deepening. Look out for an opportunity that might be a game changer. Okay, so there's a lot of changes that are coming in, and this may be in the form of opportunities presenting themselves to you. You are completing something major. It feels good to level up. Close the old chapter. A new adventure will unravel. I feel like there are opportunities that are going to mirror these things within you that have solidified, these morals that you have within you, this love you have within you, this gentleness you have within you that is also so strong and so protective and so immovable. It's like, because you are stepping into that energy, your life is going to change because it's going to mirror that back to you. All right, if you're putting out all of this love into the world, all of this gentle force, all of this stability into the world for others, it's going to start mirroring back to you through the physical world. And maybe that's why we were getting so much earth energy, the creation of the earth, the galactic intelligence that formed the earth. It's like there will be material signs, material things that mirror to you what you have created within your own wisdom, within your consciousness. Wow. I'm going to be so honest, whatever the situation is, I want you to know, like, I see in these cards that this was huge. And maybe not in a good way. But somehow you came out of this a better person because you understand now what is being asked of you, what you are asking of yourself, what this world is asking of you. Because didn't I say, like, your ancestors are really attached to the earth? And we have 999, lessons learned, culmination, results, benefits, reflection, completion. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. You've been through so much that has made you who you are. This is a reminder to maintain optimism. Didn't I say? Maintain optimism and drive towards your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it, and the reward goes to you. Oh my gosh, pile 2, you have such a big, wow, I'm gonna end that there. Bye, pile 2. Thank you so much for watching this reading. I will see you in the next one. I'll see you soon. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the clear quartz, and we're gonna dive right into the reading of what this situation is trying to show you. So we're gonna start with your tarot cards first, and then go right into the oracle cards. So let's get into it. Oh my gosh. I accidentally took a little peek of one of the oracle cards, and it was an angel number, and I'm already just gonna say it. 1111, that was the angel number, and that is a number about awakening, wishes coming true, and your environment mirroring what you feel internally. And that's kind of why the wishes element kind of flows into 1111. It's about truly believing in your dreams to see them reflected into your physical world. So let's go ahead and look at your tarot cards. I've been doing these ones first, so let's go ahead and look. Wow. We have death. We have the 8 of Swords. And we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay. Wow, this message caught me off guard because I was getting such a positive feeling in the 1111, and then just to see death as the first card, and then the 8 of Swords, and then the Ace of Cups in reverse. These are very difficult cards, and I'm going to tell you what I think your situation might feel like. You could be literally going through death. You could be thinking about death a lot. Please know that there are people who can help you around you. You have to reach out. You have to talk to a professional. if you are having thoughts about death, like, talk to a friend, your partner, please say something. Okay, I will link some numbers and websites in the description. Maybe some of you don't resonate with that message to that serious of a degree. And in that case, it may feel like something in your world, something in your life is dying, something is transforming. And sometimes when things are transforming on such a huge level within our lives, it can feel like death. You could have been drawn to pile 2 because pile 2 left me with such a huge, powerful feeling that I started looking around me at my environment, and all of a sudden I kind of stopped recognizing it. And I think it's because it was almost prepping me for this pile and saying, like, sometimes change can feel like we don't recognize anything around us. Sometimes we change to a level where all of a sudden the things around us feel really foreign because we've already moved forward in such a huge way. But what I'm getting, if you relate to this message so far, is to stay present, stay grounded, keep tending to yourself, because these changes aren't just going to happen on their own. You have to really work on yourself still. You have to keep doing the work. You have to keep tending to yourself. You have to take care of yourself. Even though you're going through this huge transformation in life, you have to take care of yourself. I feel like some of you could have lost someone. You could have lost somebody. And right now it just feels like, what do I even do? It feels like I've lost my love. I feel like I've lost something beautiful in my life that I deeply cared about. Someone who represented such a beautiful part of my life that is so fulfilling is gone now. And I don't know what to do about that. And I don't know how to navigate that. And I don't know how to move forward knowing what I know. You have to take care of yourself, pile 3. This is regardless of if this is knowledge that someone has passed or knowledge that has completely shifted your whole world. You have to take care of yourself, because transformations like this, when it feels like we're in the dark, when it feels like we're navigating a completely new space that we've never been before, it can feel so scary. It can feel like we're walking in the dark and there's no lights and we can't see. That's what I'm getting from this card. It's like, I don't know how to move forward. I don't know where the first step is, because she's not trapped. There's a path that's open. She could just walk forward and escape this fence of swords. And I want to say that this could deal with other people. I'm getting a fear of losing other people. Maybe, wow, this is really deep. Some of you could have lost someone and now you are literally scared of losing everyone else. That hits really deep. It can feel like, I feel like I'm far away from this sense of protection. All of a sudden I'm exposed. All of a sudden the only thing around me is things that don't feel safe. Because I'm drawn to this castle in the background. It's like I'm so far away from what I knew, from what was protective, from what felt safe. And it's because a huge transformation is taking place in your life, a huge transformation. And you have to treat it like that. You have to treat yourself like you are going through a huge transformation. You have to treat yourself like you're going through depression. This is just what I'm getting. It's like you have to really take care of yourself before things get bad, because I'm just getting the sense that what you're going through is so big and so life-changing that it could be very easily draining, and it could very easily make you feel pessimistic. And so you have to take care of yourself to prepare for that, like preemptively take care of yourself. A lot of you will know what I mean by that, but I feel like some of you have a lot of qualms with death right now. It's like, I think a lot of you wish that it was reversible. I wish a lot of you wish that you could plead with death, but have you heard that sentence? You can't plead with death, you can't negotiate, and I just feel like wow, this is so heavy. I'm gonna try not to cry without saying it, but it's like, you know that death could come for you or anyone, and I think you're scared of, like, I think it has come for people, and I think it has come for things and beautiful people and things in your life that you loved. And it's almost like I feel this sense of, like, the way this Pope is talking to death, saying, please, no, stop. Like, do you have to come through here? Do you have to take this thing? Did you have to do that? You can't live your life being afraid of moving forward. You can't live your life trapped in what hasn't even happened yet. Because right after the Eight of Swords is what? The Nine of Swords. Where in the Nine of Swords, someone is afraid to sleep. They're afraid. They are so distraught that they cannot even relax. They can't sleep at night. And their fears are usually in their head. And it's almost like you can't live your life afraid of what is coming next, because then that's no life at all. That's no abundant life at all. That's not, love can't grow there. Love can't grow in fear. Wow, I feel like some of you have been around some really intense loss lately. Been really close to death in some way. And it's just totally changed the way that you function. And it's just, I mean, this could be PTSD, really, it could. And that's why it's like, you need to speak to a professional, maybe, some of you. I know that therapy isn't for everyone, but like, you have to talk to someone. You have to talk to people about how you're feeling. And you have to take care of yourself and treat yourself. Like, you really have to take care of yourself, because this is what I'm getting. It's like someone who has depression and they're not in a depressive episode. Like maybe like they're functioning pretty well. These cards are saying, like, take care of yourself. You can't rationalize what you're going through right now. You can't say, oh, I'm not depressed, I'm fine. Like, these cards are saying, this is a very hard situation. Let's see why, like, why? We have the Lovers in reverse. You're safe, pile 3. Your loved ones are safe. I want to tell you that. I actually, like, when I flip this card over, it's like, you're not meant to be equating death as something that's going to take everything away from you. That is not what death is. That is not how death wants you to view it. Death does not want you to see it like that. You need to know that, like, death does not have its sights set on you. It does not have its sights set on anyone around you. I'm serious. I don't know who needs to hear this right now, but, like, this is the message I'm getting. Like, no, don't worry. Like, death is not going to take what you love. Death is not a match to what is in your life right now. Like, it's not trying to take that away from you. And death doesn't want you to think of it as this cold, callous thing that's just authoritative and takes. Okay, there's another side that you're meant to understand. We'll kind of get into that in a second. But you need to know that, like, you don't need to be afraid. Like, death is not a match to what is in your life right now. I don't know who needs to hear that. But you still need to be careful. You still need to take care of yourself. You still need to take care of the people around you. You still need to treat your life as something that is precious. 100%. But this fear, death is saying, no, you don't need to be afraid like this. We have the sun. Wow. Everything is okay. This is kind of a dark sun card. It's so gothic, but this is the sun. I'm just gonna look at this card next. We have Temperance. Yeah. I'm just gonna focus on the sun right now. This situation hits really close to home for me right now. Whatever situation you're going through is like really hitting close to home right now. It's hard for me to see past my biases because the messages I'm getting as someone who literally feels this way in some ways, like, it's so hard to push past this fear. But this is what the card is saying. You are going through this situation to literally feel the sun more, to feel the sun on your skin more, to laugh a little more, to savor the flowers, the world around you, the people you hold close. It is literally this situation is making you more grateful. And I don't mean that in like a really mean way, like you were so ungrateful. You had to lose before you could be grateful. That's not what these cards are saying. They're saying bad things happen. That doesn't mean they're bound to happen to you. But it does mean that we need to hold those that we love a little closer and take care of ourselves a little more and protect the delicate nature of life, ourselves, our souls, the things we have around us a little more. Because at a certain point, things are bound to change. They're not bound to the same fate as what you are experiencing or what this situation is. Like, just because you're around this kind of harsh situation doesn't mean that you are bound to go through it too. But it means like transformation is going to happen. There's one constant thing in life, and that is change. One of my best friends told me that recently. They kind of said it under their breath, but I'm really hearing that right now. The only constant thing is change. So back to a lighter sort of aspect, how I said, I looked around my room and I didn't recognize where I was. It's because someday I won't live here. Someday I'll have a different room. Someday I'll have a different closet, different clothes. And this moment is like one of the moments that I'll have here before I move on. That is what this situation is teaching you. It's not trying to make you afraid. It's not teaching you to be afraid. It's the opposite. It's actually teaching you to immerse yourself in life more, to really care for the delicate nature of life, to care for the delicate nature of yourself. This feeling of like, things could just be taken at any moment. I could be taken at any moment. This situation is trying to show you are so precious and worth so much care. And you need to show yourself that care. Because you're right, life isn't a joke. But that doesn't mean that death is laughing at you. You're not the joke. Like, that's a really wild thing to say. I hope this makes sense. But this situation is showing you how to see the brighter side of things, to see the happy moments, to not get enmeshed in what happened, but instead of what, like, not the negatives, but like those happy moments. So like if you lost someone and it was a hard moment, you're meant to see the love in that situation. You're meant to see those happy moments that you had with that person, or in their last moments, like that atmosphere of love, of I won't let go of you. I don't know, I'm just getting that I love you, that you changed me, that you brightened my life. You are a source of happiness for me, and I will always see you that way. And if this is about yourself, this is like, I will always see light within me, something within me that has the ability to make me happy. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like, I have the ability to take care of myself. That's something that I can do for me. That's something I can provide for myself. I get to cut food for myself and feed myself. I get to put on an outfit, or I get to massage myself. I get to do this and that, and to just really relish in that beautiful nature of you and being alive as you. I think that there's hope that is meant to be found in this situation. A talent, because the sun, this is Leo energy. This is bearing it all. This is usually a naked person on a horse, and it's like, you're meant to show what you've been through in a way that is helpful and healing, because ultimately we have temperance. And when I first saw this card, the first thing I heard in my head is that there is healing. There is healing. And maybe this situation is meant to show you that there is healing, there is resilience, there is love, there is transformation, and that it is not evil. It is not all evil. This is a very hard message to deliver, because I want to be very cognizant of the positions that the people watching this reading could be in. But you are a loving person, and I think that you are going to really comfort people and have people with you that comfort you back and that really support you. And those moments with them are going to feel even brighter. And things in your life are going to feel even more special and even more healing than they were before. There's a deepening. Let's go ahead and look at your oracle cards. Wow, this message is so... This was not a punishment. This was not the world showing you how cruel it could be. This world was showing how connected life is sometimes. How sometimes we walk through life and we don't realize just how connected we are to each other. And this is showing you just how much we all impact each other. How experiences impact you, how you impact others. And this is in a positive healing way. If you lost someone and it's really hard, pay attention to what the people you love are saying right now, because these cards are telling me that they are speaking about how healing and beautiful that relationship was to them, and how much it brightened their life, how it illuminated their path just by knowing that person, just by coming into contact with that person. This was meant to show you just how connected we are, that we aren't just alone, that we aren't just thrown to the wolves, that people aren't judging you in the way that you think they are. There's a lot of beautiful energy around, and I feel like that's has a lot to do with the situation. I feel like I'm just getting really deep into it. I hope my message has come across. Let's go ahead and look at this. We have the Well Maidens. Look at this. This is community and light and sharing, cycles. It says kindness, respect, reverence, and compassion. This is holding reverence for the things in your life, for the people that you love. This is huge healing energy. I kind of want to put it over here. I think that death wants you to hold reverence, like this transformation. It's not something to be afraid of, it's something to hold space for. These changes aren't something to necessarily feel entrapped by, but to hold space for. Hold space for this feeling, for this suffering. Hold space for what is going on within you and with others. There is kindness and compassion in this world for you, and you show it to others, and you know just how important it is, right? That healing energy. There's a lot of healing energy that is coming into your life. Okay, maybe there have been a lot of misaligned relationships in your past. I'm just trying to get more general messages. But the ones... Wow. This is holding space for what you've been through, for what others are going through. Holding space for that with respect. We have cat's claw, purification. You will heal. And look at this black cat. This is shadow energy. We have Mars and Pluto. This is huge change energy. So there are huge changes taking place in your life, but I'm just getting like this isn't you being... This isn't you healing because you're being so optimistic that you're turning a blind eye to what this felt like. No, this is respect and reverence, remember? This is saying like, there is healing while acknowledging what has happened. Next we have Tulsi, wealth. Feeling the abundance around you. Feeling thankful. The wealth of memories, the wealth of experiences, the wealth of abundance around you. Holding space for that. Healing through that. Healing through the beautiful things that are around you and within you. I really think there could be a pet that is coming into your life, or a pet that is already in your life, and maybe some of you lost a pet, and you should know that they are very much with you, and that I feel though like there's gonna be a pet that actually comes into your life, or there is a pet already in your life that really loves you and values your companionship, and they are just enamored with you. Sorry, kind of a random message. We have 1111. Oh my God, and 1111 is a sign that your loved ones are with you as well and that you're being guided. So we have moderation, patience, flowing, self-realization, manifestation, gateway, taking action. This gateway is really reminiscent of death. And I feel like that could be saying like, yes, there's a huge transformation happening in your life, but it is a gateway towards self-realization, manifestation, what you want, your wish come true. 1111 wish come true is what it says. So the card reads, you're in for a lucky break. It may come as happy news, experience, new opportunities, or an exciting acquaintance. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. It is not a coincidence, but a gift from fate. Didn't I say you may have had like misaligned relationships in the past? And you should know that like the right people are going to come into your life that are very healing, that are very loving, and actually light up your world. Then we have 7-7, good luck, contentment, prosperity, abundance, spiritual awakening, divine intervention. This message is most likely to reach you during intense uncertainty. Wow. You'll come out winning from everything that may come your way. It's okay. It is also a sign that you have much life experience and wisdom to share. Yet you'll need some enthusiasm and effort to get this message to others. Didn't I say sharing, like what you've been through, sharing, like, I think I mentioned that because it's like Leo and like there's a spotlight, like shedding light on what you've been through, but it's like you kind of have to have this healing, this self-care, right, behind you in order to be strong enough to really do that and do this situation justice, to really see the wisdom of the situation. All right, so you are going through this. I hope that this reading touched on that. Why you're going through this situation. Pile 3, those are all my messages for you today. I will see you in the next reading. Bye.